Hey everybody, Greg from Start to Survive, and today's video is going to be a review video of the Ozark Trail Camouflage knife, model number 4010. Now if you look at the pictures here and a little bit of the beginning video footage, I've also included the Ozark Trail Tan Flipper from Walmart. Pretty much these blades are identical as far as specifications go, the main exception being the blade. The blade length on the Ozark Trail Tan Flipper is 3 inches long, and on the Ozark Trail Camouflage knife, it is 2 3/4 inches in length. Both knives are made from stainless steel. They do not specify what type of stainless steel it is. They just say stainless steel. Both have pocket clips. They are the blunt tip design. That's what they call it on the website. And both knives are liner lock style knives. I feel that either of these knives would be great for a beginner, anybody who's just starting to carry a knife or be involved with a knife or starting to use a knife, especially a younger person who may be starting to get into Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts and that type of thing. Just keep in mind that you need to stress the point, especially to a younger person, that this is not a toy and that it can cause serious injury and or maybe even death in extreme cases. The reason why I'm stressing this point is that there was a question on Walmart's website where the person had purchased the camouflage version of this knife and was asking a question on how to close the knife. So if you're thinking about that, and if you're looking at this knife and you don't know how it opens or it closes, you need to do a little bit more research in the knives and look at some videos on training and that type of thing. Ask questions, whatever you need to do, read a book, make sure that you understand how knives work before you go and purchase one. I think a lot of us, especially people like myself, I've been doing this stuff for over 40 years, was carrying a knife back as far as I can honestly remember. I've been carrying a pocket knife. And, I shot my first handgun and, shotgun and rifle around the ages of 7 to 8 years old. So these things are just part of my DNA, as they are a lot of people who probably watch this channel and these videos, and people who are crazy about knives and just gear nuts in general. But for people who are just putting together a bug-out bag for, some type of prepping or anything like that, they may not be someone who is, vested in all these things and have not spent any time outdoors hunting, fishing, or doing any of that type of stuff. So, if you are that type of person, you're watching this video and you're considering what type of knife to buy, please do some research on, I know Dave Canterbury actually has a couple of videos on his channel on how to knife training and knife safety. So you want to check those out, and then consider what type of knife you want to get, and just kind of go from there. Now, the viewer who requested this video asked me to do some pros and cons of these blades, or of the camouflage knife, excuse me. So the only really con that I could actually find with the knife is that the handle is made out of metal. On this particular knife, it's made out of steel. So if you're in any type of cold weather area where it's cold a great deal of the time, and I'm saying 40 degrees and below, this very well may be a very uncomfortable knife for you to use and handle for a great length of time. You may have to wear gloves or something like that, so that's something for you to consider if you're thinking about purchasing this knife. If you do live in one of those types of areas and you're susceptible to having cold hands anyway, if you don't want to wear gloves, I would consider using something that had some type of other handle material like G10 or micarta or any of those other types of materials that aren't quite as susceptible to cold weather. Pros for the knife are its price. And for this price point, the quality of this knife, really I haven't seen anything that is even close at this price point. This blade actually, as far as quality goes of construction and even looks, in my opinion, is as good as the knives that start at $50 or so. So it's kind of a preference as to whether you like the way this knife looks. Honestly, when I first bought the knife, I wasn't really keen on the way that it looked, but I love that it was a smooth blade design, because honestly I hate serrated edges. So I love the smooth edge design, And that was one of the main reasons why I bought it. And another reason why I bought it is because it was camouflage, which is one of my favorite colors in the world. And the other reason I bought it was $3.97. So, those things are just kind of a given with a knife. But for this quality, there are very few cons that I can say, and it's really just all pros as far as my opinion goes. So kind of take that as you will. Like I said, there are some things about the knife that you do need to know. And like I said, the handle material, could be one of the big downfalls of this knife, all depending on what, area you're in or anything like that. The actual blade being 2 3/4 inches on this blade actually allow you to, in a way that the top of the blade is designed with a jimping on the top of the blade, allows you to get your thumb on top of the blade and actually be able to do some fine work such as feather sticks, carving, whittling, that type of thing. It's not a real long blade, so you don't have to worry about cutting your arm or anything like that, especially if you're, being, somewhat careful and or wearing gloves, or a long sleeve jacket or, shirt. Can also help with that too. But like I said, this is a 2 3/4 inch blade, so you don't really have to worry about it getting away from you really bad like you would a survival knife that is 7 or 8 inches long, more of a fixed blade style survival knife. This knife would be pretty much for light duty type of use only. I think anything that would be considered medium to heavy use, such as batoning, wood processing or anything like that, this knife is not going to really be ideal for that type of situation. I just don't feel like that this blade, and you can kind of feel it whenever you hold it in your hand and you carry it for a while, that it's just not going to take a tremendous amount of abuse. If you're going to be considering doing something like that, you want to step up to a fixed blade knife, preferably one, that is probably in the $40 range and up for that type of abuse. So I noticed on Walmart's website, this knife has like 30 reviews, and it pretty much had 5-star reviews from all 30 reviewers. And that's pretty close. As a knife guy and a gear nut, and I probably have more knives than I could possibly ever need in a lifetime, and I'm planning on buying more. I feel like this knife would probably actually be closer to 3.5 to 4 stars. And the reason why I say that is I believe that once you get out of the light use category and you get into more medium duty type of use, I just don't feel like the knife would survive over a great length of time. And a great length of time would be in medium types of use, probably 6 months. If you're talking heavier use, you may destroy the knife within a 24-hour period, or less. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Like I said, you kind of get what you pay for when it comes to any tool or anything that you buy. So you want to keep that in mind. $3.97, you can only expect to do certain things with a knife that costs that much. And in my mind's eye, like I said, if you get into the $50 and up range, you could probably get a little away with a little bit more. But pretty much a pocket knife, the way I see it, is pocket knives are designed from light to medium types of duty. Once you get into heavy duty stuff, you want to have a full tang, thick spine knife that is made from a very good metal that has been proven and has a real good heat treat on it. So those are things to keep in mind. So I hope this answers the questions of the viewer who asked for this video, and I appreciate all you guys' comments on all the videos, and especially all the views on the 2017 Get Home bag, which is actually where the question came from, and the person kind of asked for a review video. So I appreciate everything, and appreciate you guys watching and the subscribers as well. We're at, I think, 40 subscribers now, 40 or 41, I'm not sure. But we're getting closer to 50, and when we get to 50, we're going to be doing the giveaway on the bug out bag. So you guys be looking for that as soon as, because we're closing in on it now. We're only 10 subscribers away. So if you have a friend or a family member who might be interested in this channel, please share this with them and let them come on board, and they might could use a bug out bag as well. So one lucky winner inside the United States, 48 states, I should specify that, we'll get the bag free of charge. You know, shipping and all is included. So kind of keep that on the back burner as well. So I appreciate you guys watching. As always, stay cool, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.